Hello, hello. This is Jill Morris Smith, also known as the Savvy Seven, also known as a nonprofit expert and your nonprofit coach. So, if you are a nonprofit founder, you are definitely in the right place. So, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications because my mission for you is to help you develop your nonprofit in a way so that you can secure six-figure grant funding. So if your nonprofit has been struggling and you feel like you are overwhelmed, you feel like uh, you're not getting the support you need, you definitely feel financially drained, you are in the right place. So make sure you take out a pen and your thick notebook and get to writing, get to taking notes, watch all of these videos because I'm sure you're going to need everything I'm telling you in these videos. So subscribe, turn on your notification. Also, if you have not done so already, I strongly advise that you take my 3-hour nonprofit development training, which is absolutely free, absolutely free, absolutely free. And I suggest that you take that training. I advise that you take that training is because the things that I'm talking about in these videos, I am dropping them to you in no particular order. The training will give you the strategy and how your nonprofit should be being built. So if you're already in existence, um, I even suggest that you go and look at that training as well because it's probably some things that you may not know. But definitely for those who are starting out, those founders who are starting out, it will lay out a system, a strategy for how you should be building. So these videos can supplement what that training is providing. Um, Again, it's absolutely free, no obligation. It's my labor of love. Even though the Savvy Servant is a for-profit business, I am wholeheartedly mission driven. I like to consider myself a socialpreneur, a socialpreneur. So I'm on a mission to help those who got missions. All right, that's the best way I could say it. All right. What else I want to tell you? I think that's it for the moment. If you need supplemental tools from anything from, board development documents, all kinds of stuff. I got a toolkit that has over 30 tools in it, editable documents that you can use to get your nonprofit up and running and to manage your nonprofit. Check them out. I'll put the link below. All right. And yeah, we can go from there. All right. So today's topic, what is building capacity for your nonprofit? You'll hear this term a lot. I'm sure you may know what it is, but just in case those who do not know what capacity building is, or some people refer to it as capacity development, you're going to hear this term a lot in the nonprofit industry: capacity building, capacity building, capacity building, or capacity development. And what that term means in the most basic definition is it's whatever it takes to grow your nonprofit, whatever it takes to grow your nonprofit so that you can deliver. All right, whatever it takes to grow your nonprofit. And so the good thing about capacity building is that you'll see when you go out there to do your grant search, grant opportunities and grant search, you'll see grants opportunities out there to build capacity. For capacity, you'll see capacity building grants. They're out there. So make sure every day you are, seeking grant funding opportunities. So there are grant capacity building grants out there. And so I just want you to know what it is and how you can be in a position to build capacity for your nonprofit and to understand what that truly means. So again, capacity building is anything it will take to improve your nonprofit, to grow, to be in the capacity to take on more clients, more opportunities, all that great stuff. So if you are stuck in a solopreneur type of mindset, or even operating like just like as a solopreneur, you don't have the capacity to really take on anymore. So I'm gonna give you a real life example. A couple of years ago, maybe it's been about 2 years or maybe three. I had a young lady come to me. Had written her first grant proposal for a government grant, a federal government grant, and the grant was, I think the floor was 300,000. And this young lady has had her non at that time had a nonprofit for a couple of years, and she was the expert in delivering the services for her nonprofit. So she was the executive director, the founder, of course, the executive director, and the program that she was doing for the nonprofit, it was her expertise. She had a degree in this area. She has a degree in this area. She's a professional. And she had, anybody who knows me know I'm all about the data, the numbers, the stats, all that great stuff, how you measure all of that. And she had it down to a science. And so she hired me to review her grant proposal. And so when I read the proposal, when I was reviewing the proposal, I gave her my feedback. I'm like, this is well written, but unfortunately, you don't have the capacity to manage a $300,000 grant. And she was not happy with what I said. And so she did not. She did not have the capacity to manage the grant because, for one, she didn't have a CFO in place. She didn't have. I don't even know if she had a CPA. I don't even know if she had anybody I don't remember, but she didn't, like, on the day-to-day operations, she didn't have any staff in place to manage a $300,000 grant. And so so the you know to get to that point, and that's my whole mission, is to get you to being able to secure six-figure grants. You want to get to the place where you can, when you go after, the larger the funds you go after, the more capacity you have to receive those funds and to manage those types of grants. And so today I want to talk about how to build capacity, some of the things that you need to have on your day-to-day, you know, list of things to do to build, to get to larger grant funding, because the more funds you got, the more people you can impact. Some ways you can build capacity. As I said, there are grant opportunities out there. So you'll see, these grant funding opportunities. You want to jump on them, because if they're going to give you funds to help you build in these areas, you got to know, what areas you need to be building in. So one of the first areas you need to be building capacity in, and I, and I see this all the time, and it just makes me cringe. And I'm like, I don't care where you got to find the money. You need to hire me because you need help. Um, when a founder of a nonprofit, they're doing great work out, serving. I don't know, could be, feeding the homeless, taking meals out, and uh, they've developed, their nonprofit, and they've established their nonprofit, and they're out there just trying to, serve the homeless, feed the homeless, and they need some financial help. They done drain their pockets, and it makes me cringe when they don't even have the capacity to receive donations. They don't have the capacity to receive donations. And so one of the first things you need to be doing is you need to be setting up your systems. You need to set up your systems, especially your donor management system. You need to have the capacity. If someone says, I want to give you a $200 donation or even a $20 donation, you don't need to be sending your cash app. Like, if you don't even have the proper system in place to receive a donation, you're doomed. So you need to build capacity in that area. Putting up a system where you're getting these individual donors and you're able to send them a thank you letter automatically. You're able to send them a statement at the end of the year, saying how much, and there's systems out there that will help you. If you are, let me just tell you, you need to be around some like-minded people if you are struggling in this area. I have, and this wasn't planned for me to say, but twice a month I have a mastermind group called Servant Leaders Quarters. We meet every first and third Thursdays. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in that group live, answering questions, working with the founders to get their nonprofit where it needs to be, building capacity, all that great stuff. And they are asking me questions, and I'm giving them, we're sharing tips and systems we've worked on, and giving recommendations and all that great stuff. So you need to consider being in that group. I'll put the link at the bottom. But yeah, so you definitely, the first thing you need to do is build your systems, like especially your donor management system that needs to be in place. You need to have, the capacity to receive donations, if nothing else. You need to have the, even if it's just $10, you need to build that capacity in that area to receive donations. The second thing you need to build capacity in is your manpower. So we know that in the beginning, and even you may have been in existence and don't have a lot of revenue, and you don't have enough revenue to even give yourself a good salary. But if you need to hire someone, if you need help, you definitely need to build out your volunteer recruitment program. All right, your volunteer recruitment program. You need to build that out, because you need to have that. Having people in place to help you is a way you're building capacity to take on more clients, to take on more donations, to take on more funding. So you definitely need manpower. So having putting a volunteer recruitment program in place, whether it's interns or just regular volunteers, you need to put that in place. The third thing is that you need to have a succession plan, because you may not always want to do this thing and you want your nonprofit to continue. So you want to have a plan in place just in case you want to say, okay, I'm the founder, I'm always be the founder, but I don't want to do the day to day. Who are you going to give these duties to, and how will that work, and when do you want that to happen? So having a succession plan in place is a part of building capacity. And then you also want to, you know, be in a position where you're building capacity. You want to find a location. Maybe, operating out of your home ain't gonna, work too much longer. Just operating out of your home and just going to, say, a daycare, a library to do whatever services you provide. If you're doing some, I don't know what type of services you're providing. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just going out to the homeless or wherever and going on location to helping. But maybe now, you want to add a program, you want to build capacity, you want to add a program. And so what does that take? Does that take a new location? Do you need to have a larger space? Do you need to come from out of your home and, work your nonprofit out of a community center? Or maybe you need to lease a building. You need to be able to build capacity. You need to have a plan in place where you can grow into your next location. So I hope these help, building your systems, your case management systems, all that is, building capacity. Number two, I definitely suggest that you build out a volunteer program. Number three, succession plan, what's going to happen. How long do you plan to do this? Also, how hopefully your board, you'll have in place with your board, how they're going to vote out new members in the next year or the next 2 years. And then the fourth thing is space and location. Those are ways you can build capacity. Technology, improving your technology, all of that is always, going from going from paperless to all, just doing systems. All of that is building capacity to bring in more funding and to serve more people. So I hope this helps. Capacity building is all about those things that will help grow your nonprofit and improve your nonprofit so that you can take on more. Take on more. All right. Any questions? Please put them in the comments. And yeah, I hope this helps. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.